This video is going to be about how I lost $1,200 on a Flippa website. So in case you've never heard of Flippa or you don't know what Flippa is a website on the internet that has other websites for sale. They sell websites, they sell apps, they sell other types of online businesses. So basically anyone in the world can go on this site and they can put up a listing for sale, and if you're interested you can buy it. So that's what Flippa is. So in January of 2019, I bought a website from Flippa, and the name of the site was called bestcatinfo.com. And the reason I bought the site was because it was supposedly earning about $400 a month in affiliate commissions through Amazon affiliates, and that was basically the way the website was making money. At the time, the website was about 6 months old, and it was getting almost 4,000 page views per month, which is pretty good for a young site. And according to the numbers on Flippa, the traffic was all organic or mostly organic, and that's what you want to see when you're buying a website. So in case you're out there like looking for a website, you look at this, it sounds good, right? So I decided to buy the website. I paid $2,160 for it. And some of the changes I had to make after I bought the website were, first of all, I changed the theme because it was a pretty ugly theme and kind of boring, frankly. So I kind of made it a little prettier and made the website more visually appealing for anybody that might land on it, so that way you might be able to retain the visitor longer. I also had to go through every single article on the website and change all of the Amazon affiliate links to redirect to my account and make sure that I was going to get paid if somebody did buy something on the site. Another thing I had to do was contact Amazon and make sure that all of the links were working, and they clicked on some random links for me to make sure that all of the affiliate links were pointing towards my account, so in case somebody made a purchase, I would get a commission for that purchase. So once I got everything up and running and looking good on the site the way that I wanted to, the next thing I did was I pretty much just sat there and waited. I was waiting for that $400 a month that I was promised, but as a couple of months went by, I never started to receive that $400 a month. The website did make a couple of small sales here and there, but nowhere near what was promised from the Flippa listing of about $400 a month. So needless to say, I was pissed, and I could feel in my gut that something was wrong. I really didn't know what to do or what to think, but I knew something wasn't right and I was feeling ripped off. Another thing I tried to do was contact the previous owner of the website to see if he could help, but no surprise there. I could not reach him, and the guy never got back to me. I also decided to even file a dispute with Flippa to see if they could help me out, because I showed them what was going on. Basically that I bought the site, it's supposed to be making X amount of dollars and receiving X amount of traffic, but now look at the site. My traffic was going way down and I was making virtually no sales. So obviously this is a problem. This isn't what I was promised, and that's not what I bought. But Flippa decided to basically just tell me that, hey, you released the money to this guy, there's not much we can do about it anymore, good luck. That was pretty much their response. So that wasn't helpful at all. So I was basically on my own. I even went as far as calling up my credit card company and trying to file a credit card dispute on this charge, because it was basically a fraudulent charge, because I bought something that I was promised and it never really got it. So I filed many credit card disputes in the past and have won. But in this case, after a long drawn-out process, they decided that I would not win this one. So I ended up losing the dispute, and after that point, I realized that I was going to be stuck with the website. So it's like, okay, you're going to have to deal with this. At that point, I decided I was going to just keep the website, try to make some improvements. But as the months went by, I was busy with work and life in general and working on some of my other websites, and I realized that I wasn't going to have enough time to make any kind of improvements or changes to this website that it needed in order to, bring it back to life and make it successful again. So, where did I go wrong? What did I do? How did I end up in this situation? Well, let me go over a few of the mistakes that I made when I bought this website, so maybe I can prevent you from making the same mistakes. So the first mistake that I made was that I released the money too soon. And if you've ever used Flippa, or you've bought something online, or even a house really, you put money into an escrow account, that money stays there until the transaction is complete, and then it gets released to the seller. So on Flippa, they have an escrow account. I put my money in the escrow account, and just a couple days after we started the transfer process, the seller kept hitting me up and hitting me up and hitting me up, and he was desperate for the money. And once I finally had the site in my possession, I decided to release the money to him, because I figured, okay, well, he released the site to me. I have everything I need to start working on the website, and it was fully mine at that point. He couldn't log into it anymore, so I decided to release the money to him. Big mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Mistake number 2, I did not ask him for his Google Analytics account access. Basically, if you have a website and you have Google Analytics on it, you can grant someone else permission to view the analytics and log in and see all of the traffic that's coming to the website and where it's coming from, and that will give you a really good idea of how the website is getting its visitors and how consistent it is. He also never offered that, and as a newbie, I didn't think to ask for it.
Dumbass.
Mistake number 3, he never showed me like a live preview. He could have gone with me on Skype or some other kind of live video program through his Amazon account, proving to me that those earnings were real. And he did have screenshots of those earnings on the listing, which I will show here in the video. But basically, he told me that it was real, I believed it, and I never really tried to verify it. So, dumbass me, that was a mistake. Mistake number 4. One of the reasons this guy said the website was getting as much traffic as it was is because he had an SEO guy that was working on the website for him, and he was paying him $50 a month. And once I contacted him and explaining that the website was not getting the traffic anymore that he was promising, he claimed that without the SEO guy, the website wouldn't be getting that traffic. But that didn't make any sense, because according to the listing, all of the traffic was coming from Google organically. So whether or not you have an SEO guy or not, you should still be getting all of the visitors that you were getting prior. So where did this all leave me? Basically pretty hopeless. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do, but after a few more months went by, I pretty much decided that I was going to try to sell the website to somebody else and make it their problem. Whether you want to call it a problem or not is up to you, but it was a problem for me because I paid a lot of money for the website and it wasn't producing the income that was promised. So for me, it was a problem. So at first, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to sell the website, because almost all of the traffic that it was getting completely disappeared. It went from getting almost 4,000 visitors a month down to getting maybe 200 visitors a month. The traffic really went down by quite a bit. So I decided to relist the website on Flippa, the very same platform that I bought it from, and see what would happen. So I listed the website on Flippa for $2,100, just $60 less than I paid for it. I knew I wasn't going to probably get the $2,100, as the website didn't have the rankings or the income anymore to basically ask that kind of price, but I figured, what the hell? What do I have to lose? Let's give it a try. So after the website was listed on Flippa for almost 1 month, I finally got my first offer on the site. The buyer offered me $900. I counter-offered him $1,500, and he basically just wrote me a message back saying, I'm offering you $1,000. This is my final offer. Take it or leave it. And the reason I'm offering only $1,000 is because the website needs a lot of help to basically restore the rankings and the income that it was previously making. So knowing that he was definitely right, and knowing that I didn't want to be the one to try to go ahead and fix it and deal with that, I decided to let it go for $1,000. So I decided to sell the website for $1,000, and after everything was all said and done and Flippa took their commission, I ended up with $900 in my pocket. And that's how I lost $1,200 on a Flippa website. So while it certainly did sting for me to lose $1,200 on a Flippa website, I definitely learned a few valuable lessons along the way. Would I go back and not buy it? Definitely. But because I already went through it, it was a learning experience for me, and I was able to recognize some of the mistakes that I made and that I pointed out in this video, so that way I don't make them again, and hopefully you won't make the same mistakes that I made. So if you've ever bought a Flippa website, or if you've had any success stories with Flippa websites, or also some negative experiences you'd like to share, be sure to put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear the stories that everybody else has about buying and selling on Flippa. Personally, my experience so far hasn't been so good, but hopefully for some of you out there, it's been great. So remember, if you like this video, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.